Hello and welcome to Mano Goes Racing, and we're back in AMS2 having another look at the latest update. And the first thing to say is there's actually been another small update, which is now we're up to 1.4.7.2, so I'll just read the changelog for that. General further adjustments to the G-wheel damping. I believe the G-wheel is actually the new Logitech DD wheel. Might be wrong, but I might not. Your mileage may vary. Just turn the fan on. Sweating. AI. Updated AI lines and corridors for both Nürburgring Nordschleife and Nordschleife. Audio. Mini Cooper S65. Revised starter sound and timing. Fixed AI replay car. Onboard sound inconsistency. Lotus 23 fixed incorrect onboard sounds from AI replay car. Generator G40 adjusted starter sound and timing. Tracks. Nürburgring 971 minor art updates and truck side objects load adjustments. Added more 3D animated marshals. Adjusted TV cameras. Vehicles, McLaren Senna, optimised liveries to take up less disk space, and that's it. So, not a huge amount, but just a few bits and pieces. And I thought what we'd do is we do the Nordschleife, and we'll do just one lap, which I'll do at speed. Try not to die whilst I say what I think some of the changes are. Or should I do 2 laps with one slightly slower? Nah, I think I'll do one, and I'll try not to kill myself. And if I do kill myself, I may have to start this again. So we'll see how it goes. Sod it. Question: should I actually change the time of year? Not from there, I won't. No. Do a make it January. Fuck it, we're going to do it in winter. See what it looks like. I might regret this, so who knows? I haven't actually seen what it looks like in winter myself. That's the first time I tried it, so we'll see. What I might actually do is maybe try one lap in each season. Not necessarily for this video, but what I might do is do a lap in each season and cut them together maybe. So we have a 4 seasons, 1 lap job. That's a thought. Might have to try it in a slightly slower car though. Otherwise it'd be a however long the video would be for, only 6 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever. Right, I've no idea how this is going to go. I've got myself sitting up quite high, so it's like lack of crowd. So basically you go around this loop, which has got quite a reasonable amount of banking on it. Oh, weird, there's absolutely no crowds. Is there something wrong with doing it in winter and you actually get no crowd? I will go back and I'll try a slightly different month, because that's weird. That's very strange. Let's try May. Perhaps they never go out in the winter. Who knows? Weird. We'll see. If there's still no crowd here, I'll have to go to the default date. Strange but true. I haven't pressed the start button, have I? Sitting there like a twat. Alright there. Come on, fan, go a bit faster. Well, that's better. Faster. Probably hear it now. It's going far too fast. To me, or was that just really slow to load? Oh, we have people. Are we in spring? I would hope we're in spring. Right, let's try again. Right, down the start finish straight with our adoring fans. Around this nice little lightly banked, not heavily. Turn, try not to get too wide on the exit. Wants to get the power there. Now the thing about these Formula cars from around this period, because they've got such massive rear wheels compared with the fronts, they could actually be quite skittish. Now this bridge here, obviously there's no pits or anything like there is in the one. If you go over that too damn fast, you will take off. It's quite dodgy, so be aware that it's a bit of a drop off down the braking zone. I think it's worse than it is on the modern version. One of the things you'll notice is all the banking is basically bugger all grass on it. Well, I think that's mostly what they were doing with the sort of redevelopment at the start of '71. Was they were clearing out all the scrub and they were making all these embankments and everything to not only make it safer with a bit of runoff and a bit of grass by the side of the track, but also this you have to be very careful of. Oh, we didn't take off. Oh, don't hit the curbs. They're trying to make it so there's a bit more runoff, but also to improve the sight lines around the corners. So as you can't around a corner if there's a bit of banking hill or something in the way, or a bit of... I think we took off again there. Can make it very difficult. Oh, no big sand pit on the exit of that corner there, under the bridge. Again, these little curves, they are lethal. I think they're actually on the modern circuit still, aren't they? Dinky little curves down there, but... The thing you'll notice is there's no sort of extra bits on the insides of the curbs to use as extra runoff like around here. There's a big lump of extra curve on the inside. Now, this is where I think several people have said the circuit is actually wrong. It should actually go around this corner and then join up over there as you go down the end, sort of dropping off a cliff, sort of around this right angle. This is how they changed it to in 1973, so it used to come straight down here. What I'll do is I'll actually try posting a couple of images from, well, I'll post the link to the circuits, Racingcircuits.info site, and you can actually look at the track maps for 1971 and then 73 when they did a lot more work, and you'll see that there's a difference around that bit. Again, because this is more open, it almost looks steeper. I think it must be something odd. And there's a little road comes in there on one circuit. This you have to be careful of, because this is a lot of a drop off there. Again, I think there's all new. There's trees growing up the bank in here now, so it's probably more like it was before the changes of '71. When it had a lot more trees that they cleared out. So up here, you will get a few places where the suspension will compress, and you see you get a bit of bump steer. So like there. Again, there's a couple of places up here where you can go off and end up in the middle of nowhere. Or I think they've changed that since the beta version. No, there's no extra runoff on the outside there, so if you hit the grass, you're fucked. A bit too much corner there. You can go up there, but you will get a big warning for being a naughty boy or girl, and a big time penalty added. So hopefully enough of a time penalty that you don't actually still gain from going that way. That's still a bit rough around there. I don't know if I can resurface that bit. They resurfaced quite a lot of the track, but I had to say the people around the outside of the circuit, the campers, and oh shite, everything all looks really, really, really amazing. Obviously trying to concentrate on the 1970s Formula 1 car is probably not the best way to see the scenery, but it does look very, very nice. Again, the trees, obviously they'll have grown up a lot since 1970, so all the places where there are sort of trees, there's a lot short trees, whereas now there's much bigger trees. Again, there's a really, really nice selection of spectators, camping, tents, vehicles, etc. Again, there's another place where there's a lot less places to stick a wheel on the dirt. This, I think, is a bit sharper than the more modern circuit. It's been flattened off a bit for this modern circuit. I might be wrong, but also again there's a bit of a place where you can get away with a little bit more runoff. Again, here there's a bit of runoff along there on the modern circuit that ain't there on this one. And there, so you do have to be a little bit more accurate, I think, driving this than the newer circuit, because there's a few less places to take liberties. This is very much a case of careful, because there's a bit of an extra over the top of that hill, and it's nowhere near as smooth as it is on the modern circuit, so you will indeed take off. Do not put any load on the car, keep it straight, or else you'll be spinning and you'll be all over the place. There's a few places along here as well where it's rather bumpy and you will get in trouble. Now, as you come up to here, you want to turn in sort of before the bridge and then aim sort of there, otherwise you will be in trouble. There's another nasty little bit there. And the rest of it is fairly plain sailing. Obviously, if you're going to go out in the pits, you might want to slow down a bit before you get there. So 7.5 minutes for a sort of race-ish lap. I don't know how good a lap that is. I can't remember what I did the other day in a BT44, but I wasn't trying to talk at the time. So it's 7:22 when we had a race the other day. So not a million miles out. Yeah, it's really, again, really nicely modern. I think I will, maybe tomorrow, maybe then Tuesday, do a video with all 4 seasons and see what it looks like with the different seasons. Obviously a bit weird, it doesn't seem to have any crowd for the winter. I'd have thought it would have had a few people, even in the middle of winter. I mean, I used to go to meetings when the season started Saturday and it's like 3 people, but then sometimes it's like that in the middle of summer as well, so but yeah, I will do another video, but again, really, really nicely modelled. There's a few little traps and places to get your head around where it's a bit more than it is on the modern circuit. Is it the flux plug where you go along the straight and then there's that leap before the double right? That I'm sure that's got a bit more of a on it. I did a practice lap earlier and literally launched the car and the back end came up and just shot sideways and killed me completely. And I thought, oh, I'll have to slow down a bit over that. So yes, in a car that takes off more cleanly, it'd probably be fine. But in this, it's definitely a bit hairy. But like I said at the start, there's not actually a 1971 car as such. I don't think the Lotus 49 and the BT 24. They were up to 1970. I think the 49C, the last time it competed was in 1970, and then the 72E, although the 72 came out in 1971, or was it 70? The 72E, this one, is actually a 1973 car, so there isn't really a 1971 car. But if you think that, in fact, the circuit layout is actually more like 1973 than 71, but at the end of the day, it's a really, really nice circuit. I don't know if they'll make a change to correct the that corner where it's got the extra bit on it. Obviously, without being able to find any references, it does make it rather difficult. But the only reference is one photograph that I've seen that shows it's a corner. It doesn't really tell you a lot. It doesn't show you coming out the other end. Just that it's quite a long corner, so it'll be a very fast corner if they do it, into a sudden drop downhill into a nasty little right that's quite tight. So yeah, that would be an interesting change, but I don't know if that'll happen or not. They've obviously put a hell of a lot of work into this, so do you want to go, oh, we've just spent however many months it is doing it and then change it again? I don't know. But all in, it's well worth it. If you haven't got the DLC, there are probably 1,000,000,001 multiplayer sessions online. When we looked the other day on Friday, just about every other multiplayer session was 71 Nordschleife or the full course or the Sidgecliff, so we joined them and of course did the same thing. But yeah, there's plenty of options to have a look at it online, and if you want to play it offline, you'll obviously have to buy the DLC, which is all, I think, really, really reasonably priced. I can't remember which one it's, whether it's the, I think it's the historic. So if you want this one, you have to get the historic. If you want the new one, you have to get the Nürburgring, whichever one that is. I can't remember. But they're all reasonably priced, or at least I think they're reasonably priced. So that's just a lap. Like I said, I think I will do a sort of 4 seasons in 1 lap type thing when I've got the time, either tomorrow or Tuesday. Remembering I've got to sort my car out for an MOT later in the week, so which in my case means clean it. So for me, for now, enjoy racing, have fun. If you haven't got it and you haven't been on it, go online and have a go, or buy it, one of the two. But yeah, well worth it. Absolutely stunning piece of work. They've done an excellent job, and hopefully I'll encourage a few more people to stick it in a few more sims, because I guarantee somebody will go, I'll just rip that and put it in AC soon. So not that I agree with doing that sort of thing, but whatever. Right, so for me for now, I've already said that, probably. So enjoy racing, see you soon, goodbye, where's my button?